Hello to the lovely ladies and gentlemen of the corporation, and welcome to a World of Tanks replay. So this is one of my games from a couple weeks back. I was playing in the Stug 3 with one of my friends in an AT2. Um, so this replay is a 1500 damage game in the Stug, as I'm sure the title of the YouTube video will say. And this is just showing you, I guess, really what this tank can do. Now, by no means am I a good player, by no means am I, fucking Quickie Baby or Jingles or, any of them. I'm by no means good. But it doesn't take people who are exceptional at these games to have good games, right? So either way, in the beginning here, I am going to try to get myself to a very forward position, but at the same time one that could have been very, very risky had artillery been watching for me. And using the Stug's amazing amount of mobility, I decided to take it up over here to this hill. And, this position, again, it could have worked out very well, it could have worked out very horribly for me. But in this game, this spot was just absolutely devastating. So right here, I see there's the first target lit up, so I'm just going to crest over, see if I can't put a shot into him as he peeks around this corner. And there you go. First shot landed, he's dead. So now, is what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to find a location on this hill to sort of peek over, crest over, do my thing. And this spot here, I was just poking up to see if any shots would come at me, because I don't have Sixth Sense on this crew. So, after that first bit, I realized, oh, hey, nobody can see me, nobody's watching me. Well, this is good. But I was afraid that little T1 or T28 or whatever the hell it is sitting beside me was going to get me in a lot of trouble. So now what I'm doing is I'm just scouting around, seeing. You notice the tree fall right above where my crosshair was aimed right there. And hello, beautiful. First shot, first set of damage on this guy. Unfortunately, he goes invisible. I take a pot shot, which, in hindsight, I really shouldn't have. And a third shot because you would not believe how many blind kills I get. Now, I wasn't spotted, luckily. So I'm just going to punish this little Lux for being out in the open, and, hopefully I can get a blind shot in here and finish him, but I knew it wasn't going to happen. So now I'm pulling back, just to be safe and artillery safe, I guess I should say. Hoping now that this guy would be back into visible range, but he's not. But, oh, hello. And, I missed. Average player. I'm not good. But there's a murder too here. Now, I would really love to do just that. And again, this tank is very, very good. I wasn't a big fan of the Hetzer coming through that on a totally unrelated note. But getting up to this tank after playing through the Hetzer was well worth every minute. Then again, I kind of generally loathe and despise Tier 4. Now, at this point in the replay, you guys can see that I am trying to just look for shots on these guys. And, hopefully I can see them, but, luck wasn't on my side with being in range. So I was contemplating moving up here, as my platoon mate there had just died. But I decided not to because this ridge so far had been proving very, very effective. I was hoping that guy would peek over, but he didn't. I was hoping this guy would be visible, but he's dead. And, I realized I almost drove off a cliff. So at this point I'm thinking, oh shit, I have to move up. But then my platoon mate starts yelling at me over Skype, hey, idiot, don't go down there, there's fucking guys on your other side. So I was like, wait, what? But I completely ignored him because I just wanted to see if I could put shots into him, which I could have if I had stayed. And then look at this. Oh, the XP. Between the French butter tank and the Matilda. Oh, this is going to be a good spot. I'm going to get a lot of shots in here. And that one was just very poor aiming. So here I couldn't decide what target I wanted. Really, I could have been much more efficient with my time. And then I noticed that this little bugger was giving my team hell and I didn't want to be spotted. So he's dead. And now back to the two big juicy targets who are sitting in very bad spots. Matilda's dead. Sadly, I didn't get the kill. I really wanted it. But hey, whatever. This guy, I will take some free kills on him. And at this point, you guys can see I'm using just right click to auto lock onto him pretty much at that point. And then there's the AT2. So I thought about going back, and then I was like, wait, no. No way in hell am I going to be able to fight this guy frontally. I can't even fight him from the side. So unless I can get around his rear, there's no point. And so, I just stayed up on my ridge, kept putting shots into him, hoping, maybe I might get lucky. I knew, or at least I believed, that switching to high explosive here would have been the better of choices. Figured, hey, maybe I can knock out a module or injure a crew or something, or blow off a track even. Help save my team here. And that guy's dead. Artillery shotgunned him. And so at this point, I'm thinking, okay, well, he's approaching on the cap. They have a heavy that is nowhere to be found. I can't do anything versus the AT2, so there's no point in me sitting there wasting money and my last 14 shells on a guy who I can't penetrate even from the side. So let's go sprint this way and see if we can't get into cap and just out-cap the game. As you can see by my chat there, I kind of just enforced that idea. And because I know how teams work, they're going to want to run back and kill whoever's left, because, more XP or whatever people believe. But with an AT2 there, on last I saw, full health, I was like, no, 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 you guys are not going to do this. And the KV-1 has finally been found in my view range, and I was hungry for blood here. My platoon mate there was yelling at me over Skype. He was like, dude, you gotta get him. You gotta get this. So I was going full forward here in the Stug, last couple seconds of the game, hoping that I'd spot him. There he is. And I didn't take the time to properly aim and paid for it by not getting another kill. And so there you guys go. Just an example of what the Stug 3 can do. If you want the mods I'm using, leave comments asking for them, and then I will add them or comment them myself or whatever. I have 2 Tiger games coming down the way and a T1 Heavy game. Actually, it was the last game I played in a T1 Heavy, but we'll get to that in that video coming down the pipe soon. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed and have an absolutely lovely day. Happy tanking, gaming, and whatever. Bye.